H2O for Pachyderms is directed by Francis Lawrence, who...
You're saving that one up, weren't you?
Yeah, I did. I thought of that one a while ago. And basically, it's kind of a classic love story. We have this older man who comes back to a carnival or a circus, and he's relaying this big moment in his past where sort of everything changed, a coming-of-age sort of thing, when he was a young man who wanted to be a veterinarian, but because it was the Depression, he couldn't get that job and ends up working as a roustabout for a traveling carnival. And while he's there, he falls in love with a character played by Reese Witherspoon. The main character is played by Robert Pattinson, a.k.a. Edward. In this movie, he's named Jacob, though, which I found amusing. And Marlena is played by Reese Witherspoon, who is a horse rider who is the wife of the owner of the entire carnival, played by Christoph Waltz from Inglourious Bastards. And he's kind of doing the Christoph Waltz thing, the sort of crazy, little twinged in the brain, but very, very, I guess, evil genius kind of thing. He's kind of a smart villain. And the tension of the movie is whether or not it's a forbidden love kind of thing. They want to be together, but they can't. And they flirt with it just right up into the edge, while still with, knowing that Christoph Waltz's character is kind of watching them, and he's going to catch wind of what's going on. On the backdrop of this entire thing, there's a elephant named Rosie, who is very significant in the structure of whether or not these two will end up getting together, because obviously as a veterinarian, he cares a lot more for Rosie than Christoph Waltz's character, who beats her with a hooked cane. The
bull whip or something.
To be able to get the performance that he needs out of her. She's kind of an old, elderly elephant, and he's trying to, he's not very nice to the animals. Yeah. So basically, it's a kind of a cliche-ridden story. There's nothing here you've never seen before. It's basically The Notebook in the 30s in the carnival, which made me like it more than The Notebook, because I enjoy me some...
some
carnival,
carnival,
creepy carnival stuff. Well, yeah, it's like Carnival without all of the dark magic.
Oh, sad.
It is kind of a classic love story. It's not a lot new about or modern or ironic or snarky or witty or any of those kind of things you get in the newer kind of romantic comedy. So I did sort of appreciate it on that level, that it's just kind of an old style movie. Very well could have come out in the 50s. And I think everyone here is doing a pretty good job, minus Robert Pattinson, who as an actor I just can't get into. And it's not just Twilight hate. He's very bland personality.
Yeah.
I mean, I think besides his looks, I just don't see what he has to offer. Christoph Waltz, though, is doing very good. And Reese Witherspoon is doing pretty well throughout the most thing. The set design and stuff like that's pretty cool. So it's nothing you've never seen before, and it's not going to surprise you, and it's not really going to change anything, or even, it's pretty forgettable, I would say, but I give it a B-.
B-? Sorry. I'm kind of in the same boat. Probably, yeah, B-. Felt Christopher Waltz's character was great. He was my favorite.
Yeah.
He brings up most of the tension, He's the eccentric when you don't know when he's going to snap or what he's going to do. He's very quirky, just runs on top of trains for the fun of it, which is always exciting. But yeah, for the most part, it's a chick flick. The girls are going to like it. Mm-hmm. The guys are going to be forced to watch it. The love interest was the love going on.
Love triangle.
I always like that. It's like, oh, forbidden love. I kind of eat that stuff up. But so that's what I was going to go with a C, but I do enjoy a little forbidden love now and again.
Yeah.
So...
Does your wife know about that?
That just came out oddly wrong. But no, not throw. But so that was cool. Actually, to be honest, it's called Water for Elephants. The elephant has its role, but
the elephant is the most character.
Very side character, kind of like unimportant. I mean, all the other carnival folks have more, like these random clowns, and he's got like a midget roommate. The midget roommate's dog is a more memorable character than the elephant. Who's supposed to be a vital character. Because like when it actually goes, when it starts having, they have a funeral for it, and you're like get all sad.
Yeah.
That was very emotional when the
midget's dog.
The midget's dog put out.
Yeah.
That was so. Yeah, I watch it. You enjoy it.
It's a little saccharine, a little sentimental, probably. But I mean, it feels like to hate this movie would be too much, giving it too much attention.
Yeah, you also can't hate it because it's it's just like everything. Yeah, it's everything. Everything else, maybe copying other things, but it's a best-selling novel, so we can't go against that.
Yeah.
I hear she's got a couple other books that are a little bit better. So when those get turned into movies, maybe we'll have better stuff.
Well, generally speaking, movies about animals, you're going to nudge yourself into a certain demographic of family-oriented type of stuff. And even if on the page it doesn't come off like that, as soon as you have a main character as an animal that is some sort of symbol or allegory to the main theme of the movie, you're basically turning into a Lifetime movie.
Hallmark.
Hallmark. Yeah, even better.
Nice. All righty.